Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to Geeks and Gamers Play, and I really wanted to get to this earlier. I was supposed to do this yesterday, but I've just been too busy. I've had a lot of stuff going on. So, Halo Infinite. Now, look, Halo Infinite, I think the gameplay is pretty good, but that's about it. Everything else is just filled with holes, and so much is wrong. The lack of content. I seriously think this game should have been delayed by at least another year. I've seen some of the leaked Forge stuff, and yeah, it looks pretty fucking cool. But, you know, you can't help but wonder, why aren't they hyping that up when that will bring some hype to them? So, that's a whole other topic. But 343, even by 343 standards, have fucking gronked it in the absolute piece of shit update that they've put out 2 days ago. Now, they did this 30-minute video where they talked about their update and how they're feeling about everything. So you got these three stooges that come on to talk about it, and it's just damage control. And you know it's bad because Bonnie Ross isn't there. Bonnie Ross is basically the Kathleen Kennedy of video games. Where the fuck is she? Anytime there's something negative going on, which has been, what, the last, we'll say 8 months of Halo Infinite, she's nowhere to be fucking seen. Where is she? So basically, look, there's a lot to go over in this 30 minutes, and I don't think I'm going to get to all of it in one coherent video, so I'm just going to try and hit some of the bigger points here. But first things first, close to 200,000 views, and it's been ratioed. So when I watched this, there was about 150 views. I hit refresh, it was in the tens of thousands after I'd finished watching it, and it was ratioed then. People responded to this very quickly with just how terrible this is. So first things first, Season 2, which is 6 months long, has been delayed. No, sorry, increased, not delayed, by another 4 or so months. So Season 2 is going to be 10 months. Better part of a year. We're going to be a year into the game's life cycle by the time, but while Season 2 is still going, actually. And instead of dropping Season 3 when they plan to, they're going to do like this mini season thing event going on as well. Like, fine, whatever, doesn't really excuse it. Look, none of this is excusable. If you're defending this in any way, shape, or form, you're probably a fucking shill. And Halo is one of my all-time favorite franchises. I love the games, I love the lore, but this is pathetically bad. 343 has done blunder after blunder after blunder after blunder. They've dropped the ball countless times. Every time they start to get something right, they fuck it up. They've been doing this since Halo 4. You want to know when 343 peaked? 343 peaked in that moment between Halo Reach and Halo 4, where there was no Halo. That is where these fuckers peaked. So they said that that's got to happen. Now, the big kick in the teeth, the absolute biggest kick in the teeth is when this game, before it was launched, Bonnie Ross herself got up on that stage, talked about the absolute travesty that MCC launched in, which to this day is still a high contender for worst launch of all time. They talked about that. They talked about Halo 5 not having co-op split screen. And that was one of the leading advertisements they used for Halo Infinite. We're bringing it back. And look, we expected it to not be in there at launch after everything we saw from the game. They even outright said it's not going to be at launch. And we're like, okay, cool, fine. And now they've been working on it. And then in this video, they go, yeah, we've kind of decided not to do co-op split screen. So that whole thing was a fucking lie. One of Bonnie Ross's lies, again. So that was probably the biggest kick in the teeth. Now, they talked about a new game mode that's coming as well, where it's basically spies versus mercenaries, and quite frankly, it sounds like a shitty custom game that I would have made when I was in high school playing Halo 3 or Halo Reach. It doesn't sound that good, and the fact that it's an official game mode, like, that's just stupid. They talked about Forge a little bit, but they're like, we can't really talk about it too much, which is such a shame because everything that we've seen of Forge that is leaked looks really good. People have made all types of crazy shit. People have made the original COD zombies with Halo Infinite's Forge, with bots as well. And they didn't want to talk anything about that. Anything positive, they didn't really want to talk about. So then they dropped this. Okay, so this is their roadmap, their updated roadmap. So the Forge beta, you know, eventually on its way. Campaign, network, co-op, and mission replay. Yay, finally. So this is that free 30-tier battle pass that we talked about. 2 new maps, cool, whatever. 2, yay. January updates, some more drop pod updates. Winter Contingency 2, because they definitely did Winter Contingency 1 last December. How refreshing. This new game mode with the Covert 1 flag, that's the spy versus mercs shit. Looks pretty stupid. Now, Match Beta XP, or Match XP Beta, that's basically a bit of a revamp that they're going to be doing with the progression system, because this game's progression system is Ebola-infested donkey asshole, so I'm glad that they're fixing that. So this is going to happen from November 8th to March 7th, okay? This is when this winter update's going to be going on. Because Season 3, Echoes Within, is going to be starting in March 7th and going to June 27th. Okay, so watch that. January, February, March, April, May, June. That's not bad. I can live with that. That's fine in terms of season lengths, but this fucking extra delay from Season 2 to Season 3 is ridiculous. So we're getting 2 new maps as well. The Bandit. Okay, so the Bandit's basically the DMR from Halo Reach. Cool. I'm glad that they're bringing this back, and the leaked gameplay of this that we've seen. Yeah, it looks like it's going to fit into the sandbox well. The Shroud screen, new equipment. Looks alright, I guess. The new Battle Pass. So, new custom game browser. Having Forge drop, and not at the same time as custom game browser, is an L. That is a massive L. If they drop together, cool. New narrative event. The narrative event that's been going on is just boring. Like, it doesn't matter. Hopefully they can come up with something cool there, but so far, bleh. So more Forge beta updates. The in-game reporting, because, okay, now that's the other thing with that new reporting as well. They talk about how they want every ex-player to, have a safe experience and all that type of stupid shit that we've heard dozens and dozens of times. But then they talk about how at its core, this is almost word for word what they say, that at its core, Halo is a competitive game. That is simply not fucking true. Now, don't get me wrong, there is a competitive Halo scene, a huge competitive Halo scene, but competitive Halo was born out of custom games. When you went into the multiplayer and just hopped into play, it was very much a social experience. It was a party game, you could all hop in and have fun. That's where Halo was at its most fun, playing with others and doing all sorts of crazy shit. The competitive Halo, while there is absolutely a competitive Halo scene, and it does have its place within Halo, should not be the core fundamental experience of Halo. And I say that as someone that actually prefers competitive rules in Halo. So then we got this new VIP and escalation mode, cool, and a new fracture event, cool. That can be expected with pretty much all these type of things. They've absolutely fucking butchered this whole thing. It's 30 minutes of copium and saying, hey, we'll be back in March. Oh, help us. Meanwhile, they're doing some pretty decent updates over on MCC, so that's cool to see. But this, holy shit, I just don't understand how Microsoft can be looking at 343 for all these years, who's in control of their flagship title, and going, these fuckers have fucked it up every single fucking time. Something needs to change. There is something fundamentally fucking wrong at 343. I don't know. That's all I got. Like I said, I can't get this all into one coherent video, but if you've seen this video, you probably know what I'm talking about with these three stooges. Let me know how you're feeling about the state of Halo in the comment section down below. Be sure to subscribe to Geeks and Gamers Play and check out geeksandgamers.com, and I'll see you all in the next video. Fuck 343.